that was something that a few years ago you could only call out to landlines. Now we can call out to cell phones at the same time as landlines. As I mentioned before, if you look at any given universe size, 80% of it's going to be cell phones, maybe 20, the other 20% are going to be landlines. And so if you weren't able to contact that 80%, you're leaving a lot of folks spoken to, right? And so now that we can call out to cell phones, talking to clients about the value of those events is because, we call out to, I would say our average universe size is about 100,000 people that we call out to. You're going to get, anywhere from 8 to 12% participation on those calls. And so, for any candidate speaking to 8,000, 12,000 people at once, I mean, unless you're President Trump, you're not speaking to that many people at any one given time for an in-person event, at least, right? And so to have that value, works out to like $1 to $3 per person who joins. Some people, pick up and like, this isn't for me. Some people stand for the whole hour. So we're seeing an engagement rate of anywhere from 7 to 10 minutes. So when you continue like talking about the data, you continue to drill down, it's anywhere from like 10 cents to 25 cents per minute of engagement with the voter, with the candidate. And like, that's about as cheap of a voter contact that you can get. And so, talking to a lot of different consultants and groups and candidates about this is one thing, and they can kind of see the vision for it. But then once they do one, again, we've had prominent senators who are like, I don't know if I want to do this, and that's an hour of my time, and it's an hour of an important person's time. And then on the other side of it, they're like, well, I want to do one every week, and because they get excited from it, because there's a two-way conversation. You can go into those. They're asking questions live. The audience is asking questions. The participants, so voters from their constituency are asking them, direct questions, and they're answering them direct. So, from a grassroots standpoint, from Betty Lou, and her small town, getting to speak to the senator of her state on a live event is. That's something she'll remember. She'll talk about, right? And so it's a really authentic conversation. And I think the candidates feel really charged on the outside of it. So aside from the cost benefit of it, or the value of it, just the benefit of having, again, a really authentic conversation with those who are going to go and vote for you has been a really big game changer. And we've seen that just 3x this last year, and next year we're gonna.
Wow.
I mean, I think, if we do, I wouldn't be surprised if we do well over 200 telephone town halls next year for our different clients and candidates.